I'll have a look down there. Going about 6-7 mil on that one now, and now I'm going to go probably the full depth. Should be okay. Well, we've had some success. We've had a failure, and it's this one here. And if you look at it, you can just see the crack on there. But the good thing is about this is that this particular slab, I wasn't sure about the colour variation on it anyway, and I'm not making an excuse. The other day I thought, should I have put it in? And then it just looks totally different. Looks like pressure washer marks on there. So though it's part of how it's been made and the pattern, I'm glad this happened to that one. That's the main thing. But the rest of it is a good clean cut all the way through, and I had to go several passes. And the reason that went, because I was being greedy and tried to cut too deep too soon. So you want several passes, but you do end up with the benefits of it with a real straight line, which you want with porcelain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the track down and get this one cut anyway, and I'll have to remove this one and change it, but we can take it back through to there anyway. What we got here are all the cuts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cuts there is, I think, and there's a 7 one down there, which is if you look at it, you can actually see, it looks totally different from the others, and I shouldn't have put it down, and I think that was just fate. So there you go. Anyway, got some cuts to go in that side, which I'm going to do on the Rubi, on the bridge saw, and I'm going to pick this up and relay this one as well. We've got these offcuts here, and we need some offcuts for a hove over this side, but what we don't want to be doing is using those other ones, because the grain is going a different way and it will stand out and you will see it. Well, that slab's out. Now to put one in. Oh, here we are. I might start getting some of the picture framing now. I'm just cleaning up this edge of any sort of fragmenting on this side. Oh, we got to chip out that one. Can't use that one. Well, there we are. It's cut, and we've got the picture frame in along there, and that's looking pretty good, to be fair. Not bad at all. Well, there we are. Picture frame is in along there, and that cut, so that's complete all the way up to here. Just got to go around the corner, but this wall is at an angle, so our picture frame is got to be cut at an angle as well, so that'll take some doing. And then we've got to finish this piece off here and put those cuts in on that end. It's getting there slowly but surely. The trouble being with all this porcelain and paving, things get so dusty. What you're cutting is so fine, even now. There you go. That's much better. It's amazing. A little bit of oil will do. So what we got to do here, we've got to make sure the things to the square, and you just never know if the building's square or if this is running out. Small margins in some cases, but those small margins actually do show up. What we have here, one second, this is our picture frame size. We're going to leave a 50mm gap along the back, which we've got there, and so what we want in theory, remember, is a mill out on that side, could be 3 or 4 mil out on this side. That's the thing about it. So it is sometimes small margins. More. I think that'll do it. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. That's it. That's when we've got to do our cut. Now we can pull this away. Mark along here. Right away. More or less where I put it on that side there, so there you go. Yeah, looking good. Well, this is our track, so we just undo these, and the good thing about this is that we've put some WD-40 on this yesterday, that WD-40, and we've washed it down, trying to get rid of all the dust. Look how easy it is to slide around, and all I do is just do the one up, not tight, you have to do all of them up, and then hopefully that should just come out, and there's our track. And these are our suction cups, which is hopefully going to hold that track in place. Unfortunately, we can't get the 3 metre one in, but we can get the 2 metre over there. Here we go. What we've got to allow for, though, with this, when we put our track along there, look, if you look at it, it's nearly gone all the way across. The pencil line isn't necessarily on the track, so let me just show you that now. Again, though, we did this yesterday. They're always getting in water because we've got a water suppressant on the TC125, so we've got to make sure we put a WD-40, but remember, don't put it on your paving. Shake it off. Here we go. So this is the little TC125. Let me just show you. Give it a bit of a clean off yesterday. I broke that a little while ago, well, when I first had it, to be honest, and which is so annoying. Just got to make sure you clean all the dust from all around here every time after use. There's the water suppressant, which we'll get going in a moment. But if you look here, you can see it'll plunge down to 25 mil. So that's pretty good. But what I always do, I have several pass-throughs just to make sure that we don't crack and cause tension in the porcelain. So, and on the joints where you go through on the ends, as we say, you always got to cut down on the end, so you've got to do that a little bit more as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be good. But what we've got to do when we put the track on here, let me just show you now. When we put the saw on the track, so that'll fit in there like so. Let's pull that up. Let's tie that off. There we go. So you can see it's sat in place now, and basically, let's go to the camera. There you are. That part is the actual cut line. So when you put your track down, your track is going to be a little bit further back. So what we got to try and do now is get this in position. Drop it on there now, like so. It's a great little saw, and that's on in line there now. Now what we can do, just make sure. Sometimes they don't sit on one and two. There we go. Just run it all the way up. You can just see it tight there. Just right there. Come back with it. Yeah. I could put the suction cup on, but it'll just probably move again. So we know we're right there now. And we could measure it as well. There you are. Right there. And right there. So now we've got the this little plunge saw in place. She's a little beauty. What we've got to try and do, and sometimes these can be a pain. It depends how you even sit in. There you are. Hold that down there. Just got to get these. Just get that tension off a bit. That one's in place. Lined up perfect. Let's have a look down here now. Put the saw back. Right. That's in place. Watch the lead. Sponge full of water. That's what you want. It's the water that causes the suction. There you are. So easy that one went now. So the track's in place, ready to cut. Even after doing these videos, after all these years, it's a hell of a thing to go on video and try and perform it correctly and get it right. And the thing I'm thinking about now, where the suction cups come loose, they don't usually. You just got to make sure they're in, and we've got everything lined up. And the last thing I want to be doing is making a mistake on camera, but we do sometimes. Anyway, got the water suppressant on, got the 110 on for safety. That's out the water. Always remember about using these. They say that you're not meant to use them any longer than 15 minutes, which is incredible, really. But that's what they say. Seen that on Skill Builder the other day. So we're good to go. Let's get the water on, and we'll do several pass-throughs as well. What I'm going to do though, what we'll have to do, probably cut about halfway on this one, then move it across, because if I get closer to the end on that slab, it may sort of break off. So let's have a look. You don't necessarily need copious amounts of water coming through. I've just got the water coming through a little bit on there. Maybe I should have brought the track this way a little bit more. And it should be okay. On there. So I think we're good to go. Make sure the track's up. Power. No, no power. Great start. Power on. see there is I've cut in down a little bit deeper on the end so it doesn't crack and snap off. So let's pull that up now. Yeah, so I've not got all the way through, probably about sort of 6 mil, but need to go a little bit more in depth. Just got to cut really, really careful. Once we get going, you're going to be okay. Don't want to be doing is catching our feet. Just take your time at this point, it's so important. Let's get that blade down in now. A little bit, just try and see it here. There we are. Put the blade in a little way, got the track on there. For the benefit of the video, when I get to where I start a new slab, this is where I'll go down a little bit more in depth to ensure that it doesn't cause any tension and break off. And always make sure, now I can stand over it, always make sure you keep feeding the pipe and the cable through. So back a little bit. We can leave that off for you because so we can just plunge down into the joint. Try and leave this video run all the way now, so you can see on each joint I've sort of gone a little bit deeper to make sure that it doesn't crack, hopefully. Right, let's bring the saw back a bit to there. So what we can do, suction cups are still on, we just undo it like so, and this one here, hopefully we can just push that. There we are. We do that back up. We've got a cut line there. Looking at that, it's looking pretty good. So I don't know if we should go a little bit further to the track. Let's just undo this one again. There we are. That's as far as we can go. Do this one up here. Now we can go all the way through. And the benefits of turning the water down a little bit is keeping the blade cool, but we haven't got copious amounts of water running everywhere. Let me just check the camera. You can see what's going on. There we are. You can just see we're touching the wall there now. way through on that one, but I'm going to cut all the way through in a moment. But what we need to do is, when I'm pulling the saw back, I'm not really applying any pressure on the blade as we're cutting. So I want to go the right way back here now and just show you. I mustn't stand on that or apply any pressure. There we go. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure that it is all lined up correctly, I'm going to bring the track back across this way, and I should have done that at the start, maybe. There we are. So let's pull the track back. That's out. Just do that back up. This one back up. So it's this side over here, though we've gone down, it's somewhere across here which I have to. It's a bit awkward trying to get in here, to be honest. Right, let's take the camera off. You can see this in real time now, and a lot of people say, well, you could have done it quite easier on a track on a bridge saw. But the thing is, that's one line all the way through. You can see that one's broke away there now nicely, and this should go. There we are. Oh, I don't want to chip there. Don't do that. There we are. Perfect. Nice one, nice straight line, and not little jagged edges. Just an absolutely perfect line. What a great little saw. We've got a small cut on this way, the pattern of the, actually, you can actually, the bow slime